City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So Penn State's offense will have the football first. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Richardson. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Saunders. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hawkeyes offense will go to work for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Emmanuel. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got an open man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Guys with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. On target. Oh, he got loose. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. From the gun, the ground game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Fit it in the window for the score.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Safe completion on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Emmanuel. Grab near the marker, it's Temple. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Rushes on him. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ivy. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Ivy. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped. After he... return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Emmanuel. Out of the backfield, he's open. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the 3rd or 4th read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that that want to be involved in the passing game.
Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking for a gap. It's Hawkins. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Off play action. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Nittany Lions are on the move. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not over. At the football, but defend the field position with the return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Going over the top. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Dropping back, it's Emmanuel. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
Got a man. It's Dean. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a 2nd field goal, this one a 37-yarder. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last. And we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a second down play. Snagged in the middle, it's Hawkins. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your...
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
There he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take...
Such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision in that dig. It shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Nittany Lions have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Ivy. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. It's complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll leave it with him.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, you just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Reynolds. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason,